Today we are talking the KKK member who wore dreadlocks to the rally and the Planet of the Apes controversy. All that and more on Black Hollywood Lives this week.
You are tuned in to Black Hollywood Live this week.
Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, let me rock it, Chaka Khan. Let me rock it, that's all I wanna do, Chaka Khan. Let me rock it, Chaka Khan. Let me rock it, let me feel for you, Chaka Khan. What you tell me, what you wanna do? Do you feel for me the way I feel for you, Chaka Khan? Let me tell you what I wanna do.
That's a workout that I do.
Wanna squeeze you too, let me take it in my arm.
Oh wait, is that what we doing now?
Yeah,
Is
this is like 1984.
That gives me
Like the
flashbacks.
Jane Fonda video.
I busted my top lip today at the gym from doing bicep.
Oh, honey.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Black Hollywood Live this week. And our breaking 2017 new movie, I guess. What are we doing over here? You got the snake going on.
Oh.
What was it called? The Wild Ones?
What?
The Wild Ones. Is that what it's
That
called?
80s movie
Oh.
with the
I don't know.
breakdancing? No.
I don't know. It could be. I know it's breaking, but that's what we got right now. I'm Derrial, Christon, and joining me today is the backup dancers, Courtney Stewart
What's up, y'all?
and DJ Jesse J.
What's up?
We was feeling a little Shaka Khan, I feel, for you today.
We
You know,
feeling
just
it.
feeling that move. Even though Prince did it originally, but you know, Shaka did her
Always
thing
gotta
with
throw
it.
that out there.
You know, you just gonna put that out there.
I mean,
Courtney,
it's
your
a big
moves always
deal.
crack me up though, because you always have like the,
Can
you
only
know,
do
you,
the shoulder
you
movement.
commit to
Upper body.
only a certain point,
Oh,
and then
to a
you
certain
just
point.
let it go.
Because we own the, you know.
We're sitting down. But I do enjoy chair dancing.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, I be in my car getting it.
occasionally. You be like,
Getting it.
Yeah.
I
But
mean, I
don't
think
play
I
a
feel
game
like I
night at my
dance
house.
more in
Courtney
my-
dance full out.
I feel like I dance
Courtney
more
will
in my car, though.
reenact.
hey,
She will reenact.
We will reenact.
I will, too.
We all in the privacy of our homes and in the nightclub.
And on my Snapchat.
On the snap, do it. Do it
I have
on
one.
Snapchat?
You and Tony recreating that.
Oh.
Well-
That's how my wig fell off.
Oh damn, that was during the
Who
game.
was it? It was Music
Was that
Soul
when the
Child
big
and
fellow?
yep.
Yeah.
That was during the game.
We had a moment.
Oh, okay.
I just, you know that hair toss when you're like, when you got that.
Oh my god, that was so.
That was the funniest thing that ever happened in the world. I mean, it was a night we were in. I literally had pajamas on.
Yep,
because
it was
that
a
was a
pajama
pajama party.
party. Well-
I had on a onesie and a wig.
Wow.
Because I didn't. I was
Onesie
like
and a wig.
Onesie and a
Baby.
wig, y'all. We were dancing. I did a hair toss.
And
Did
the-
a little too hard.
and the
the
toss,
wig came
and
right
it kept
on
tossing.
off on the kitchen floor.
Well, honey,
Wow.
someone who should have tossed their hair was this KKK Klansman the
Oh,
other
Lord
day.
have mercy.
So Devonte Cunningham, a recent University of Virginia graduate, took a picture that went viral where a Klansman sporting dreadlocks attended a rally in Charlottesville, Virginia on this past Saturday to protest the removal of a Confederate flag.
I'm so tired of these people.
So.
We just had like a moment of silence for his
Because
dreads.
I really like I was like questioning like is this like how do you even like have a story, how do you even like is there a conversation about like sir
You hate black people and you're wearing
but you
dreadlocks.
rocking.
question
But it's just because he doesn't know what dreadlocks mean. or-
Clearly. He can.
A lot of people,
lot of
regular
people don't.
Americans who aren't KKK members, have no idea what dreadlocks and all that mean
Represent,
in certain
yeah.
cultures and what they represent.
true.
They just know black people usually have it, but they just think black people have it because they ain't combing their hair.
Right.
sir I mean there's just nothing to say to you
Ignorance
like you're
is
crazy
ignorance.
you're just that's
You know.
speaking of
Maybe
it,
he's not really. Maybe that's a good sign, right? Because maybe what the real deal is
he's a
that
forward thinking
he's a
forward-thinking
no.
Klansman?
Or maybe he is a like culturally raised Klansman, but then there's that part of him that wants to break free.
That still hate.
And so he's
He's like, "We need
expressing
those
himself.
flags."
He's like, I got my dreadlocks. Okay, mama and daddy, I'm here for the flag, but really there's another part of him, so he's like split personality,
he
trying
gotta-
to figure it out, and eventually the dreadlocks will be his freedom.
He could eventually change it. I like that.
well,
I mean
that's a movie right
that's
there.
a movie. That is.
He's working through it.
Question though,
Because you know his parents.
he gonna get burned before because I'm just like, how do the rest of them when he walks in there with those?
Exactly.
They're just like,
I can't believe it.
beautiful hair.
They
I
don't
can't
care
believe that
'cause
they
they
didn't
don't
call
know
him
what it
any type
means.
of
Do they ask him if they can touch
derogatory
it?
thing.
They don't care.
I can't believe they didn't call him any type of derogatory
They don't
thing.
care.
you know.
Oh, I'm
You know what
sure
I'm
he
saying?
has a
Just like
nickname.
Jim Bob, you don't comb your hair, bro. It's getting too messy.
You're looking a little.
You're looking a little mangy. Like
looking a little
No,
blackish.
You know, or no, they're you know what their
That's
jokes?
not
They're
the
like
word I was looking for.
That's not the word I was going to use, but
looking
I'm
a
going to use
little
it today.
Kardashian over there.
Oh well, that's a whole different little subject.
Well, maybe they'd be happy about that.
They
But the
wouldn't.
clan don't love that. They don't love the Kardashians either.
They don't love
that's
these
too
hoes.
ethnic. They don't love no ethnic nothing.
And Annie with
They
black
like
man.
they like
so,
wasps.
You know,
White Anglo-Saxon Protestants.
yeah.
Well, speaking of ethnic, one of the heads over at Black Lives Matter movement, D-Ray McKesson. Well, so Planet of the Apes, it's hitting theaters, right?
It's coming,
And
it's
It's like this is the third one, right?
yeah,
It's like the 900th one.
Yeah.
If we're
but
being
like
all
of the
way
new
honest.
franchise.
Of the new
right?
franchise, yeah.
I mean, honestly, I look
They
at the
make them
cover-
so many times, just like
honestly.
Spider-Man. Like I feel like since high school, they've made about 5 incarnations of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So is this
I would
like the 4th?
say more.
Like it's just too many. Like I can't keep up.
It's like the 9th one.
Yeah.
Damn, you said 9?
No, honestly.
Yeah.
But
6
I
original.
did find out why, because it was apparently Sony owned Spider-Man. Now Marvel just
Well,
got
that's
it back.
fine, but it's still more Spider-Man series. Like it's just the same shit over and over and over again. It's like, oh, he's younger in this one, and we're multiverse. Like whatever. We're not talking about Spider-Man.
Well, in the comic book, he's gay and Hispanic now.
Well,
Spider-Man?
great.
Yeah.
Hail Jesus.
Well, anyways, so the
It's
poster.
one of
for-
those days.
Change it up.
The poster for this movie came out, and in it, it's a whole bunch of monkeys, gorillas, and orangutans and whatnot. But there's this one chimp, and he has this blue vest on.
Oh.
And D-Ray also owns a blue vest.
Hey, D-Ray.
And felt that this multi-million-dollar franchise was targeting him.
Oh.
He felt that by putting the blue vest on the monkey, that it represents that's what
They're calling the Black Lives Matter movement monkeys.
Yeah, and well, the world didn't understand. He was kind of the only person who thought this, I was like, sir, what were you smoking that night? Because can I have some? That you think
Not gonna have some.
I'm just saying, you think that this multi-million-dollar, like anything about this movie is like,
Yeah.
I'm just questioning. My favorite was Whoopi Goldberg on The View this week, where she was just like, "Boo, have you ever watched any of the Planet of the, excuse me, any of the Planet of the Apes? They wear the vest. Like this is what happens in
That's
the
what
movie.
they do.
Like I'm just like, have you watched even the newer ones?" So, sir, calm down. So, since then, he's apologized. He went over. A bunch of people were sending him videos from the original. Whoopi went on to explain to him what Planet of the Apes actually, the message of the movie actually means, and that he should get out of his feelings.
But
And
see-
he said that he has. He said
Right.
that he's removed himself, and he apologized that, he overreacted.
But I would have thought he maybe wanted to do a little bit more research before you make something like that public, because then you just look stupid. You know what I mean?
And that's what Whoopi said.
Or
She
unless
was-
you're just trying to get your name out there, which he could be trying to do too.
But not in this. Now it's like anything you say.
Yeah, you already have enough issues because of the backlash against Black Lives Matter. Like, this is the last thing you needed to do. It
Yeah.
wasn't smart at all.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
it was, and maybe he was just like, he saw the poster in the middle of the night and Twitter fingers went ham way too soon. Like, he reacted instead of, like you said, doing his research first and moving forward. But that being said, let's talk about the movie. I want to go back to a time when the monkeys was people and they dressed them up like monkeys. Because every time I see the preview for this, it freaks me out. Is anybody else bothered by the CGI-ness of what is really going on? It makes me really uncomfortable because they
Why?
use...
Why, though?
Well, because they're using people
Right.
with the dots or whatever, and that's
Right.
how they CGI them. And the monkeys and the closeness to people... It already is freaky
They're
in
apes.
regular nature.
They're
Sorry,
apes.
not monkeys, the apes.
They're apes.
But they're already so close to us as people and how we function to begin with. The fact that they CGI'd the people and then you see it, but it's the CGI'd gorilla or whatever ape.
Apes.
It was creepy. Like, it's scary to me. Like, they're scary. They make me afraid. I miss the old, because I used to watch the old ones from the 60s. My mom thought they were like the best thing ever, and I would watch
So
them.
did my parents,
And they
too.
just
Oh my
had,
God, my
and
grandma
it was just the
did.
people.
And it was
with
like
they would have hairy faces.
the
they were
whitest,
dressed
the
up like
whitest
monkeys.
actors,
Dressed up like monkeys.
dressed up like monkeys.
And they had weird accents.
They
It was
did have
great.
weird
It
accents.
was amazing. This is too creepy because it's too close to reality and it was too much. Like, every preview, it's amazing, but also it freaks me out.
But
It
that's
makes
Yeah,
the
me
like I don't want to
that's-
see like chimpanzees with like 6-packs and pecs, and like why are we?
But that's
the
so
movement
interesting
is
that
so
out of all
human and,
things
like-
that are out there, that freaks
Well,
you out,
yeah.
because everything now is so CGI'd and so, you
But-
know.
But she
The
ain't checking for
primates
them
are
other-
already so close to people to begin with, then to actually use the people.
So what do you think of King Kong and
Well, I don't-
Tarzan and all
I
those
don't
movies?
subscribe to King Kong because of its racial undertones, so I don't watch it. But Planet of the Apes is like a whole bunch of them. And like they did a really great job. And the actors did an amazing job, especially when you see, because I saw a little bit of the footage of like behind the scenes stuff. When you see the footage of the actor working with the dots on their face, so the CGI can be worked. But then you see what they did with the CGI, matching the expressions. And it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's brilliant work,
brilliant
artistically.
what they do.
But it freaks me the hell out. And I just want the monkeys dressed up, the people dressed up like monkeys. I can't. I don't want. I'm going to have that's nightmares to me.
But you know what's so funny?
That's funny.
Like,
That's
I think
so
I'll be
true.
thinking about when I'm asleep.
The old ones scare the crap.
See, that doesn't.
Yeah,
that
to me,
bitch
the
walk
older
in
ones would be
here,
crazier
like,
than
hello.
this. Yeah.
The old ones are comical. Like,
I mean,
because
they are
it's like,
comical.
it's a mess. Like,
No,
it's
they
just
look
funny.
like
It's a joke.
scary Berenstein Bears.
What do y'all think? Do y'all think that the old Planet of the Apes or the new Planet of the Apes is
Let me
scarier?
know.
as
I
far
just
as
think of
the-
that one specific one. It's like the female one. She's hello.
Yeah, and she
Yeah,
have her
yeah,
little,
the-
and
yeah,
then
she
had
was
her-
freaky.
yeah.
She was freaky.
Yeah, I remember that. Because remember
Yeah.
they had like a blonde one? It was
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they
she had,
try
like,
to
white hair.
sexualize them. I'm like,
Yeah.
stop it.
No, but this, no, I'm sorry. The new one freaky because they got one where the monkey turned around and he looks back and I was like, oh my
No, yeah.
God, like it's too much. That is a nightmare. And I ain't a scaredy cat at all. Like I'll watch a scary movie, but them scary monkeys running around, like I don't want no
Now
part
we
of
know
it.
what makes
No.
Courtney's skin crawl.
I don't want monkeys. No monkeys in my
Apes.
life. Apes, monkeys, they all the same damn thing. to
Okay,
me.
like I'm like.
If I see any of them, I'm going the other way. They eat faces off. They done snatched off faces
And fingers.
of people.
And
And
throw shit at
fingers.
fingers.
And they
And
throw
throw
their shit at you.
They do.
Why do I want any part of any of that?
I'm good.
And the gorillas will take your baby and drown them in the water.
And gorillas are like the weight of like
The one
those
from the
silverback
zoo.
Oh,
gorillas
that's true,
can like
yeah.
crush you with one hand and stuff like that.
You guys want to learn a fun fact real quick?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fun
So
fact.
monkeys have tails.
Yes.
Apes don't.
Oh.
That's how you distinguish them. Like,
Oh, look at that.
But there's monkeys in the movie. It's all different because it's like gorillas, orangutans.
There were definitely orangutans.
Right?
And I think some gorillas.
but they're a form of apes.
Oh, okay.
Who is? An orangutan?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they do.
Can
be
everybody hear
sitting,
you,
hanging out
or
with
we just hear
thumbs.
you?
No,
too?
everyone can.
Okay, good. I didn't want it to make it seem like we just all of a sudden having this weird conversation. You know what I mean? And like they can't hear it. but
I'm like President
what are they
Trump with my
talking
fake
about?
friend Jim.
They can hear me.
Apes, really?
Right.
Are they
it's
like
just
monkeys?
It would just be a really weird conversation if somebody was watching that and they didn't hear him. They'd be like, "What are they on today?"
Well, there you go. It's out. Is it already out? Y'all can go see the monkeys.
Go see the
Yeah,
monkeys.
it's
I
out.
believe
Didn't they
it's
come out like?
Friday.
is
oh,
it this Friday? This
Yeah, I
Friday.
think so. Yeah.
I don't know if I can go see.
Yeah,
it.
because Spider-Man came out on this on
The
over
7th.
the
Did
7th.
any of y'all
Yeah.
go see Spider-Man? Y'all like it?
Not yet.
No, but I heard it was actually really good.
I actually saw.
I want to see it because the lead actress
it
is
good,
a
Em?
cutie. She's
Oh yeah.
the black girl.
Really?
That's
That's
why
why
you
you're ready to go
wanna
see it.
It was
I mean,
pretty great.
I don't want to see.
Okay, well, wait, you said it was great
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
compared to the other ones.
It's like
The 800 franchise.
because Spider-Man 2 was pretty great too, but
I
it's
couldn't
like
even tell you
Who
that.
was in
right
that
right
one?
under that one.
The-
It's
that-
the Doc Ock, like the octopus one,
Oh, okay, I remember
Yeah.
that.
Oh, okay.
but it's like up there, like those top two right there.
Who's the main bad guy in this one?
It's the Vulture,
Oh.
played by
Oh.
Michael Keaton.
Well, that's why I did want to see it because I like
The
Michael
bird.
Keaton.
What was that movie?
the
Birdman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's playing another Birdman.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Oh,
funny.
that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Alright.
He gets his work on.
He was looking
Okay.
good. His little facelift or whatever he did was good.
You got a facelift?
He looked like he did something, but it looks good. It's not
Okay.
bad. Like it looked good.
Go
He was
ahead, you
on-
better get your John Travolta on.
He was on Jimmy Kimmel. Don't do that.
John
John's
Travolta
wasn't great.
looked like someone cut too much of the back of his head off and they just tightened it way too tight and then he got a skin peel or something. Like
Wow.
John Travolta looked crazy.
Let it go. Speaking of people looking crazy. It's time for another 2017 Trump Day.
I really didn't want this. I was hoping that this would be left off, sort of.
How are we not
What?
going
I
to talk
mean,
about
we've left it off for weeks because
Yeah.
there's been all kind of ludicrous nonsense running around the streets on Twitter, everywhere else, and we ain't talked about it because we gave up on this brother. Like I don't even remember what the last thing we talked about with him was. Like I wanted to let it go.
Yeah, it was like a random.
Like I just don't even want to talk about it. So we didn't talk about it for a long time, but this
The fuck
was
right.
an epic story this week, y'all. It was of epic proportions, okay? So for all of you that have forgot or decided to not care anymore or wanted to just place it out of your mind and put it in a box and buried it in the ground of your backyard, we still have a president by the name of Donald Trump. He has a son by the name of Donald Trump Jr. And apparently, we found out this week because the New York Times broke a story, y'all, that all this time we got the Senate Judiciary Committee investigating this whole Russia tampering with the 2016 election and if there was collusion on the Trump side. Like, how can we know? All this time Trump and the Junior have been saying, nah, we ain't Russia. Nah, of course not. But then little things kept happening. People was like, oh, but he met with an ambassador, and oh, this person met with this person from Russia, but we didn't tell nobody. It wasn't a big deal. Nothing was really connecting yet until this week when we found out that Donald Trump Jr., the campaign manager at the time, Manafort, and our favorite advisor, I don't even know what Jared Kushner does, because he kind of does everything at this point.
Yeah.
Like, he gets sent overseas, like he is the Secretary of State. He's like everywhere. So he's one of the he's actually the only one in the White House right now, because Donald Trump Jr. is supposed to be working over at the Trump Tower and doing Trump work that has nothing to do with politics. But last year in June 2016. Word on the street was, because New York Times was like, we got a story, y'all, we got a story. This is what happened. June 2016, Manafort Jr. and Kushner all went to have a meeting with a Russian attorney. Now, the story is real complicated. I'm not really going to get into the details because there was a music video involved. There was some actor involved. There was like a whole lot of like really batshit crazy kind of stuff that I was like, okay, I don't need to know all that. But in the end, they went to have this meeting with the knowledge that they were going to get some seedy information about the Hillary Clinton, who was the opponent at the time, and that these Russians had this information from some source. Okay? So they knew essentially that this would be some kind of stolen information. In order for it to have been stolen, it had to be some kind of, Russian intel in the Americas doing things they don't really are not supposed to do, or at least it's stuff we're not supposed to benefit from knowing about. And most people say that normally when you get something like that, you're supposed to report it to the FBI. But instead, the team of Kushner Jr. and Manafort decided, well, we want this information because it's going to help us win the election. So they went to have this meeting. And supposedly they didn't get anything that they wanted, so that's what made the meeting okay. That's the word from Junior. He basically was like, but I ain't get nothing, so like it was fine.
I received an email.
It wasn't fine because you met with a Russian to get information about an American election, and so anyway, since then Trump has come out to say that he didn't know anything about it. Even though he was like king of his campaign, nothing could be done without his permission, nothing could be done without anything. But somehow, his 3 top people during his campaign had this big top secret meeting with a Russian operative, and he had no idea what was happening.
House of Cards.
It's a mess. And he said that he was very proud of his son for being so transparent, because his son released the emails on Twitter. But see, what happened was he released them because the New York Times told him, bruh, if you don't we releasing the emails tomorrow. So he released the emails ahead of time. That's not transparency, Boo. You were backed into a corner.
Right.
So that was Trump's, he defended his son, said he's being super transparent. And now, as of like 5 o'clock Eastern, Donald Trump Jr. has been summoned to the Hill next week to testify before the Senate Judiciary Committee that is investigating the Russian scandal. And so we will hear what he has to say. Technically, he's not in the White House anymore, so really he maybe not had done anything really illegal. At this point, Jared Kushner is the biggest problem because he has security clearance, and he did not notify nobody that he met with a Russian on his security clearance papers. And that, son, is not right, and it's
At all.
illegal.
It's super shady.
I mean, guys, it was 13 months before anyone was talking about Russians.
Well... Since then, somebody, a senator that I just read as I was coming in, has finally filed impeachment process papers against Trump. But that's
good luck.
just like the beginning of a process that could take forever and never be anything.
Yeah.
And since they keep saying like, oh, this is all crazy news and it's trying to distract us and blah, blah. If it's crazy news, then why did you do it?
Well, that's what I find
not like somebody
interesting,
made it
too,
up,
because
like-
when I was looking yesterday just at different outlets, because Donald Trump Jr. had made his appearance on CNN or whatever the other night.
Which is fake news.
Oh, you mean on Sean Hannity
Sean
when he was
Hannity.
like, that's not CNN, they
I
insulted.
mean, it's what? What'd you say?
Hannity is...
Isn't that Fox?
Oh, Fox. Yeah, he was on Fox. Excuse me. And so he, all of a sudden I've been watching all these emails that have been coming through, and it's amazing to me how many people are still so supportive of Trump even through this. Like the emails were saying, why do we keep talking about Russia? And why do you guys keep trying to back him into a corner? Let's move on. I'm like, see, now if that was Obama up in there with this type of situation, it would be no kind of conversations about that.
And it's so funny because Caitlyn Jenner was on The
Oh, God.
View. And it's so funny because
was
there's
so
two types of
uncomfortable.
Republicans. Like, I was raised around these types of people. And there's two types. There's even though she doesn't call herself a Republican,
Not anymore, but
Jedediah, but like
she's a libertarian.
She's a libertarian.
Okay, so basically what they both came out to say, so they asked Caitlyn, because Caitlyn obviously, stands up for Trump and Republicans or whatnot. And she was just like, it's just how Republicans, like when you bring it up, they don't know how to, they put their head down. It's like, look, this is politics. That's
Everybody
not an
does dirty
excuse.
stuff.
That is not an excuse. Like, we're clearly looking at this now. We can see how this is affecting us, how it affected the actual voting. Like, it's never been blasted out there this obvious. And so it's just kind of like, you guys are just okay with it because of tax better. Like, you think that all these things are going to happen. And she was like, it's only been 6 months. Give him some time. In 3.5 years, if he hasn't done this, then we can, get someone new in there. And if he has, then we can bring him.
I mean, isn't the point that, like, okay, so would he have won the election? Probably. Like, who knows? Like, I mean, you can go back and forth about that.
If these
really.
emails came out before, I would question it.
I would
still.
question it. Yeah.
I don't, because the same people, like you're saying, like Caitlyn Jenner, that just put their head down
Yeah,
and
that's
find an
true.
excuse. That's why he won. There was nothing that they could. That was
true.
the
I mean, that's
process
a
of
good
the
point.
whole election. Anytime something crazy came out about him, they just dug their heels in harder. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's not about that. The bottom line is what it is about at this point is that literally you had something that Russia was capable of using as leverage against you, which makes you in a very precarious position as a leader of this country, which makes me concerned that you could not have made sound decisions based on what's best for the country versus what's best for you and not being exposed by Russia. So for me, that is enough to be like, sorry, bro, y'all out. Because if that's the surface, like, we don't even know how deep it really goes.
Right.
Because this is what we found out.
Right.
And it took this long to find that out.
Yeah.
So God knows whatever the hell else is going on, and call me crazy, and maybe I'm in a really deep, dark place because I'm still reading that book, Dark Money, Jane Meyer.
Yeah, see, my heart would
And
be.
it literally,
about?
it's taken,
What's it
I've been reading it since April, and it's taken me forever because I have to get out of it and go do other things and read something else.
What's
so
it
like,
about?
It's basically about how conservative radicalism, the Koch brothers, and how it sort of started, what the process of building up this super conservative movement has been, and how they did it. And how much money was behind it, and how the money is so secret, because it's like, we can't figure out who is funding like
Right.
certain things, and why in elections, like why is there this like super group that can do this, all this stuff, and we have no idea who's making contributions to that, and
Yep.
all of these tax deductible spaces, and literally these are people whose like families were considered the robber barons during the progressive era at the turn of the century, who have been embittered all these years about progressive politics that have regulated business and regulated all the industries in this country that made it more difficult for them to make money. And so they have worked together and figured out how to funnel money into politics legally through charities and literally buy elections all over the country in every place, whether it's Congress, whether it's local, whether it's the presidency.
Yeah.
And it's scary. Like, it's really scary because and you want to be like proud of like, well, in the end, it's America, and like business have interests, so they should be able to like lobby and get what they need. But the absence of like caring about people is the overwhelming sort of theme through all of it. The concern is about how I can best make business, and that freedom in this country means free reign to do anything. And literally there was a quote, oh my God, I will just say this right now and get off of this topic because we can move on to something more interesting. But I was reading it today because I was waiting on my car. I was getting an oil change. And
Why you do a little neck roll and a little
because
finger
that's
up?
like what happened. And there was a quote, and it literally said, it was the quote from Isaiah Berlin that said, "Total liberty for wolves is death to the lambs." And literally that's like the theme of the book. Like how they really just don't give a flying F about people. And that it's about how they can better themselves and better their own worlds and their industry. And they really do think that like that is the American way. That American way is business and figuring it out and getting to the top however you need to. And if you can't stay up there, then you don't deserve to be here.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
God bless America.
It's scary.
It is sad and it's scary because it is very organized. There is a lot of money behind it. And it is like, it is in the depths of our government.
Yeah.
and social structure.
Well,
Like,
I know we're going to move on to the next subject, but there's just one last point I wanted to bring up with this, which I thought was interesting too. That's been in the news is that Clay Aiken announcing that Donald Trump on a Celebrity Apprentice never was the person who actually fired people. Like they said that he had a little phone that was right in front of him that he would read from producers exactly all the information that he was supposed to be delivering versus
that's
him
cute.
having the information. So they had a conversation on The View the other day about this and saying how. Unfortunately, the American public thought, the image of him on the Celebrity Apprentice and on The Apprentice, that they thought that's what they bought into as him as a president. So they're saying, basically he's being told what to do now. He was being told what to do then, and that's who our president is.
Well, congratulations, we're awesome.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, moving on to other awesomeness of the week. So maybe this was more exciting for you. It wasn't exciting for me because I couldn't find my pillow. But some of y'all might have been real excited for Amazon Prime Day, which happened this week on Tuesday. And basically, it's like Amazon's version of Black Friday, but it's like Christmas in July, and you like get to go on Amazon and get all the stuff that is hugely discounted, and you get free shipping, and it's like the best thing in the world. And
Horrible advertising, Amazon, because I didn't know. Damn it.
Are you an online shopper? I mean, everybody knew about Amazon Prime Day.
No.
Are you an Amazon Prime member? Okay.
Oh, well, that's
I
why.
used to be,
Yeah.
but I mean.
Yeah, but they were letting people like sign up and like for a trial and like all kind of stuff. But okay, so it technically has not completely overshadowed Black Friday, but it is like super close. Okay, so let's talk about it. Okay, I'm just real mad though because I really wanted these floor pillows and they didn't have the color that I wanted. And I'm so upset because I was so excited because they were literally half off.
Funny,
but anyway, okay, so Amazon has scared all of the retailers shitless with Prime Day, basically. So places like Toys R Us and even Macy's. Macy's was offering 60% off online for everything just to compete with this whole like Amazon Prime thing. So Amazon is like next level. If you like needed Home Depot, Lowe's, or Best Buy, they also had like a 40% off deal to try to get people to come buy appliances because they were like, Amazon is taking over the world, and it kind of is. Anyway, so it was the third year. They have a way to go before they catch up with Black Friday, but the website called, bestblackfriday.com analyzed Amazon's deals on Black Friday and Prime Day and found that in 2016, 77% of the Prime Day prices were better to any of the Black Friday deals that you were going to get. So going into it, people were already like, yes, we're going to get way better deals. And then this year, the Prime Day sales surpassed Amazon's Black Friday and Cyber Monday from last year. Their sales grew by 60% this year. For those of y'all that don't know about retail, an increase by 60% is beyond substantial.
Those are some bonus checks that will be had at the end of the year.
That is insane. There was a record number of Prime members that went shopping across 13 countries on Amazon on Tuesday. And so some of the most interesting or most popular things that people were buying, the first most popular thing was the Amazon Echo Dot. That's that. What is it called?
You can just talk to it.
You talk to it and it like
me.
tells you doing stuff and whatever.
That's
you know?
the FBI trying to figure
I don't be liking stuff like I don't like the Alexas and I'm not into that kind of thing. But I mean, it was super popular. It was the #1 seller. In the United States, behind the Echo Dots and stuff was a pressure cooker. Was the #1 selling thing.
Hey.
And the 23andMe DNA test in America was one of the most popular items purchased.
Really?
On Amazon, which I thought was strange. A pressure cooker and a DNA test. Go figure. From Ancestry.com, figure out where you're from.
I would definitely do that one.
Interesting. I wish I had looked at what the price actually was on the deal because I don't know how much it costs. Because isn't that what Rachel did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it is.
She got it for Christmas or something. Okay. In the UK, everybody was buying smart plugs and PS4s. They wanted PlayStations. Smart plugs were like plugs for all your smart devices that like multiple whatever. In Spain, they all wanted flash drives, apparently, smartphones and Lenovo laptops. In Mexico, apparently they out of charging cables because everybody was buying charging cables. And in Japan, this one I found the most interesting. Everybody was buying Sava's whey protein because I guess everybody's trying to bulk. Like,
That's me.
Really? Let me find out.
The #1 seller.
No, mind you, I'm like, what's that
protein.
Sava?
Yeah, I was like, well, look, let me look that up.
Sava's whey protein. So everybody was
them
shopping.
Asians, them
They know.
forearms,
You know?
I be looking
And-
at them sushi chefs like,
They did it.
Right.
Like, how y'all so?
And they do
okay.
it like all natural too.
They be
so.
all lean and whatnot.
Right.
So, well, there you have it. That was what was going on Amazon this week, and people went nuts, and it's doing really well. And there's like a whole article that talked about Amazon literally taking over the world, from grocery to
Google,
retail,
step it up.
everything. So maybe we're going there in that direction. How much is it, Jesse? You found the Sabas?
I did find, this is like,
It's high tech.
It's a gold bag.
Oh, it's like
Let me
fancy,
find out.
Hold on.
fancy
All right.
schmancy.
So it's regularly like $63.
Okay,
So
so maybe
half
it was
off,
probably about
So you
half
say you
off.
get half off for that?
I will.
30
So
Everything was
about 30,
different.
about 35, which is about
Everything was
average.
different. So
How many ounce?
That's why I'm like, it doesn't look like it's a lot of ounces.
I don't know. I don't really do the whey
It's
protein.
it's in Japanese.
I just eat a little
okay.
chicken.
Oh.
You know.
Oh.
Oh.
It weighs 2 pounds.
Oh.
Oh wow,
2.5 pound bag. That's impressive.
that's impressive
That
for
is.
$35.
Because it don't look like that.
Oh,
It looked
okay.
like a small little.
Yeah, it looks like it's like a little small thing.
They got it packed in there, kids.
All right.
It looked
Y'all
like you
missed
gotta
it
get
on the
some
Amazon
good
Prime.
You have to
sativa.
get that
You
right.
gotta have to get on it. But yeah,
All right.
go Amazon, y'all. Racking up the dollars.
Racking up those dollars.
Yeah,
Racking
but
it
so
up.
that's once a year.
And they do. I think it's once a year that they do Prime Day. Yeah, it's only been once a year because it's the third time they've
All
done
right,
it.
so Amazon, I'll catch you with the Prime membership.
Well,
next year.
but they'll have Cyber Monday deals.
Yeah, they do.
after
yeah.
Black Friday.
It's just, I think it's just not as big, but
Yeah, but like I think the Christmas in July thing is just growing for them. So, I mean, obviously, 60% increase.
No,
in
I heard.
sales.
I really did hear the grocery thing with them is really
Oh yeah,
good.
it's taken off big time. So who knows?
who knows?
There
All
might
right,
not be
well,
any grocery stores.
Sorry
very
if you
soon.
missed it. Try the
Sorry
next
you-
one if so.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Now I got to look up that protein and see if I can get some. If it's
Why does
everybody.
everybody want protein?
I mean, helps. All right, we're gonna move on to our EUR Web Story Spotlight of the Week.
Web story. Spotlight of the week.
Well, how do I even start with this story?
Just play
It's
the video.
just sad. I know I should just start with the video, but so Maia Campbell, who we all knew, who was in the house, the TV show with LL Cool J back in the day in the '90s.
Yeah.
She's had a couple videos that have surfaced through the years because there's been rumors for a while that well now we know the truth, but there were rumors that she was having some drug issues and that she was bipolar and there was a lot of things going on. She kind of had gone missing for a while and people didn't know where she was. And another video of her actually surfaced up this year, just recently, of her at a gas station, and she was pretty drugged out, and she was in her bra, she was pumping gas, she was talking really crazy to the camera guy who was recording everything. She was missing a tooth, and it's really sad. We have a clip of the video that recently popped up virally.
You want some powder and some crack? Pump my gas for me.
Is that T Hood?
You know what I'm saying? But basically, so you want some powder and some crack?
This guy raped me, but he used condom and his dick was big and he
How did he rape you with a condom?
Because he like grabbed me like
Whoa, watch out,
that.
girl, what the fuck?
That's what I mean. Like he
Yeah.
was unhuman.
That's crazy.
Wait, I didn't mean to say it
Why
like
he
that.
do you like that?
He thinks he's Bill Cosby. Like,
He said he was Bill Cosby?
yeah, he said he was Bill Cosby. He was all like,
So a nigga raped you and he said he was Bill Cosby?
but this is my real hair. And bitches ain't got
Yeah,
really
bitches
heart.
ain't got no real hair. Show them your real
Yeah.
shit.
Bitches ain't got heart.
Yeah, you ain't got big titties. Yeah, bounce that ass for a real nigga. Yeah.
So that's a little clip of the video that's just surfaced, and it's just
say
really
no to
sad.
drugs,
Yeah,
kids.
just
I mean,
say
he's
no to
literally
drugs.
drinking lean. That
Just
double
say
cup,
no.
that's typically
Literally,
what that is.
yeah, and it's just really sad to see that because she was a very promising actress, and she's 40 now, and when this went viral, a lot of people of her fans and just of the show from back in the day were hitting up LL Cool J, and he responded back, and it's been kind of a back and forth, and because he actually made a statement on Twitter about people posting this virally and kind of having it run everywhere, and said, instead of pulling out your phone and filming someone who's obviously having trouble, maybe lend a helping hand or a kind word at Maia Campbell. So people were like, wow, LL's trying to get involved, maybe he could do something and really put himself in there and help her out. And Maia again responded to LL Cool J's response about kind of helping her out and people making fun of what the video was, and this was her response that she just recorded that was on Instagram.
Go.
Hey Todd, look, bro, I love you. Hey, I don't need help. I just need a benefit concert for mental health. Don't TMZ me. It's really me. This is Derrial. And there's a shop that I temp at or whatever. We're good. I'm good. I'm doing property. I have investments. I'm a real serious person. And my show is called From the Bottom of Season 2.
How should he get in touch with you?
Don't call me. I'll call you.
Now, for real, how should he get in touch with you?
Who?
LL. Todd.
I'm really on Instagram, but I don't want it to go down.
Well, how should he get in touch?
I don't know. Pray to God that I don't start rapping. Oops.
Come on, man. Be serious, man.
No, man, I don't know. Leave me alone.
All right, don't scream. Relax. Calm down. Be serious.
All right, so that's a clip of her response to LL, which is just, once again, entirely sad. And LL actually responded after that video and said, "You can't help someone who doesn't want your help." And amen to you on that, LL, because, I mean, what do you, I mean...
That's true.
Wait, first
And
I need
that's
to
not
read
new.
the rapper who filmed the original one. His name is T Hood.
Because he got a whole lot of shade for posting it, and people were coming for him online.
And this is what he said. Y'all N-word would not be mad if I posted a white girl. If I would have ran into Mother Hillary Duff, Lizzie McGuire, and she was asking for crack and sucking dick at a gas station for money for crack, I would have posted her too. Just because she was a black actress from back in the day who we already all know from Redan. She been on the block for years. We been knew this heifer. She been doing dumb-ish. Went to the industry, got geeked up after all these street N-words, sent her back to Atlanta, and she got geeked up some more. This ain't no mental disorder. This is just a high as F. Actually, if someone caught Hillary Duff at a gas station doing that, that would be way more viral than this ever is touching.
I agree.
But what I wanted to say from that is, there was this Twitter thing that went out where they were saying, is it a double standard that we support women like Black China and Rob, but when it comes to like a Maia Campbell thing, like we don't, like with mental health, we don't really put it on the same kind of platforming as like when we see someone slut shaming somebody. I don't know. What do you guys?
I don't even think that that's really a real argument in this particular case, because the cat who filmed the video was a knucklehead and he put it out virally, and people just, it's not that people were just sending it out and talking trash about Maia. Like a lot of people were like,
no. But it's like
sad.
You see a woman talking like that. There's how many people who see, you know what I mean? I don't want to say people with mental illnesses or on drugs, and they record it and we put it on World Star and we see and it's funny. Like these are the videos that go viral. But she's just a celebrity, so now we're worried about her. But you put that video. This is what kids are watching on a daily basis.
Oh, you're saying just based off of just
like regular people.
regular people. Okay.
So like
They're saying like, so online when you see someone like Black China get slut shamed, and it's like, no, stop slut shaming her because she's a feminist, she cares about her body. But then when you see people making fun of people with mental illnesses, it's like,
I mean, I guess there is a technical double
do we
standard.
not accept mental illness yet?
But I think that people just have they naturally gravitate towards a celebrity. Anything celebrity based, they're unfortunately, that's the society we're in right now, where celebrities are kings, and I think that people react off of those things versus reacting off of something, a regular person who isn't a celebrity who would have the same situation. I mean, I don't know. I think there is the double standard, actually.
Oh, girl, you messed up. Like, just...
I don't even know.
It's just sad overall.
Because I mean, in the end, like this isn't new. Like,
no.
Even though he was very inappropriate in his response.
Yeah.
It's not new. She has been known to be on the block for quite some time this point.
Yeah.
And that was sort of like the rumor before that she was sort of on the block and went out, got a little famous.
Because Tyrese
it was messy.
Came for her this first time, right? The video when she was in the car.
Oh, honey, I don't remember. I know there's been at least 2 or 3 videos
like
that have come out,
videos,
of whatever. So,
I just want to know what Hillary Duff and her camp were doing when they were like, "Girl, your name was mentioned." Hillary was like, "What?"
And by that dude in particular, that's real random.
But he's saying like, "Oh, you wouldn't have cared if it was who and who." We did care. It's not true. We cared when Brittany lost her mind and was trying to stab somebody with an umbrella.
Yeah.
We cared
and when she shaved her head in that
Amanda Bynes was doing crazy weird stuff. Like, we cared. And I mean, yes, you're right. I think like when it's just regular people like on World Star, like we don't pay as much attention or be like sympathetic as much. But I think it's just because that's World Star and that's sort of like where people are going to see that. When this pops up on mainstream stuff, you're like, dang, man.
Good Morning America.
Whoever it is, whether it's Maia Campbell or freaking, I don't know, somebody. If randomly Gabourey Sidibe lost her mind and started doing this kind of stuff, we'd be like, "Oh, sis, like, no, like, nobody. We don't want that for you."
Isn't it funny though how sometimes your mind, the fact that you even said Gabby, like where'd your mind go to pick up?
I saw
Gabby?
her with an umbrella smashing a paparazzi.
I think she's in my brain because she was going off. I was reading something about her being upset with people asking her about losing weight. She don't want to talk about that. So that's why she was in my brain.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, it's whatever. It is what it is. Good luck, girl.
But once again, people have a fascination
Good
with
luck, girl.
anything celebrity.
And she wasn't in her bra and her panties, by the way. That
she
was a
was-
bathing suit top and some boom boom shorts. Those aren't her, because if bra and panties, we would have been even more disturbed.
But yeah, you're right. But
It
that-
was just like
but
how
that's-
she-
Running around because she was jumping around
jumping
in it and
around.
all that. I mean, you
But
know.
then in the middle of the rant, she had to acknowledge that was her hair. That's what I also thought was quite
And that's how we
interesting.
know drugs are involved.
Yeah.
Or mental.
Well, she's
I think that's
bipolar.
what she's clinging on to,
she's
like,
bipolar.
because she was the black girl with good hair. So, like,
yeah.
I still got my hair. Like,
You're right.
girl,
Out of all that, you don't have a
you
tooth.
ain't got
You got a
your
tooth missing, but you know. All right.
Just say no to drugs,
Listen,
kids.
we praying
it
for
ain't
her.
worth it.
We praying for her and her family.
It ain't worth it.
All right, well, this is our last story of the day. This is actually went viral as well, but this is a positive story of going
Ooh,
viral.
we love
We
positivity.
have a father-son self-care video that was on Instagram that has really started to blow up. It's gotten 30,000 views so far. It's featuring a father, Eric Ellis, and his son, Farik Ade Ellis, who's 20 months old, 20 months years old, or 20 months old, 20 months old.
20 months years.
20 months years, or 20 months old. And the video is entitled The Art of Moisture, and it is Eric teaching his 20-month-old
some
son how to
Vaseline
put on baby oil and coconut oil and apply lotion and take care of his skin. So we have a little clip here. It actually made me smile when I saw it. So we'll show this little clip real quick.
Ashy kneecaps. Oh, he's so cute. Yes, yes. Oh my God. So happy.
It makes me smile when
You
I see
gotta rub
it.
it in. Rub them toes.
Like he's all happy and moist.
Oh yes, moisturize it.
My man.
So,
That's
you know,
so
Eric said he
cute.
made the video so his son could have memories as he grew up of his relationship with his father. He said, you know, Eric said that he had lost his father, so he didn't have those memories that he wanted his
so
son to have.
sweet.
There's also another video that is Eric with the baby's mother and the baby doing yoga as well, and kind of teaching him, you know, about health and just taking care of himself. And he said, you know, at the end of the day, that's the most important thing for him is that he wants sorry, that was my phone. That's Eric calling me to thank us for
Like,
showing this
hey.
Your
video.
face getting so scared though.
You're like, oh,
I was like, what? Yeah, he said he wanted to overall teach his son health and just, you know, that's a big priority in life. And so, you know, I think it's a great video. I actually feel like it's one of those
Little
Dove
brown babies with
commercials
their
or
daddies.
Johnson
Yeah.
baby lotion commercials, you know, like I feel like they should be featured as
Y'all
one of
remember when
those.
baby oil was everything? Did you have to use
Hey,
a lot
baby
of
oil
baby
is still
We used to
great.
use baby oil for everything.
That's when I get out the shower.
You get out the, or you like did too much. Did y'all ever have to use the Avon S Skin So Soft or whatever? And it would like
Oh my
be
God,
slippery
yeah,
as hell
my
in the
mom
bathtub.
Oh my God, we used to get the little
Avon.
sample packs because
Yeah. Well, my grandma sold Avon,
Yeah, no,
so we
that's-
always had it.
no, we couldn't use those.
Well, my grandma always had it in her bathroom, and she had like the clawfoot tub, like an old school tub. So we go see my grandma, and we'd be getting in the tub with the skin so soft, but we would be falling and busting.
Busting it, yeah, because you slipping because you were real greasy.
And that was okay. That was the
Don't
time
worry.
when siblings took bathtubs together, tubs in the bath together. It'd be like 3-4 of us in the bathtub.
And it wasn't
Yeah.
weird.
It wasn't
Yeah, it
weird.
wasn't weird,
But
yeah.
that was the 80s.
Yo, those
Like,
Avon things. Oh my God, my mom used to get so mad at us. We would steal her little sample
Little
products,
samples.
not knowing what we were
no,
gonna do with
No,
them.
not at
But it
all.
was like silky and greasy. You
Yeah.
just like, oh, doing it all. Yeah. Back in the day.
Back
when
in
I
the
was
day.
young, I'm not a kid anymore. Anyway.
All right, well, that's all we got today. Bringing back those memories.
I don't know why. It just brings me back to you guys. Ever when you were younger, you have to do that thing where it was like your mom would like shove it up your nose and then she would suck it.
Oh, the
and it'd get all
squeezy
the
thing.
snot
Yeah,
up,
yeah. Oh, yeah, I
and your
hated those
eye would be
things.
like,
Yeah, I hated those things.
yo, that was
I
like.
used to hate to watch my sister get it done because then I
You knew you were next.
Yeah, and then you could just see the snot come out in between, like when it was being pulled out, and sometimes it get caught on the end of your nose. It just was too much for me.
I never had
I
that.
thought you were gonna say like, and then your mom
that.
put it in your nose. I was like, wait
No,
a minute.
that would be
Did it
really
get rinsed
weird.
off first?
Yeah, well, I was like, y'all done
You
had
know, we
it.
did some weird stuff. I mean, we were naked in the bathtub with each other. We took pictures of it. I got
Yeah.
lots of pictures
Me
of
too.
me and
Oh,
my
I got-
cousins in the
yeah.
bathtub together, and I'm like, we
Just
wouldn't do that
cut
now.
it nowadays.
No.
That was when the
You
world
couldn't
was a
do
little
that
more
now.
free, y'all.
No.
We used to be different.
Yeah, we did. So, where can fans find you, Courtney?
You,
Not
in the bathtub.
not in the bathtub.
With me.
With us.
We just take a picture. Like,
That'll be our
That
this
should be
week-
our
That
promo
should be our
shot.
this week promo.
Our promo
All
shot.
of us in the bathtub
Oh, in
with
the-
bubbles. Actually, I kind of love that idea. I've been working out.
We like bringing back the old school, and it was okay to take.
No, we
a
have
bath
to be
together.
very sober when we do
We have
that.
to be very sober because it could go many
We do
different
not need a
ways.
Cabo Canteen.
No, we listen. It can go many different ways if we are not
This
sober.
has now become a private
Yep,
conversation.
now everyone at home's
so,
like, wait, what
thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
You can
sorry.
find me everywhere on Twitter and Instagram at Stewart Starling.
Jesse.
Me at DJ Jesse J.
And you can find me at Derrial Christon on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and possibly in the bathtub with them sometime soon. Y'all have a great
Yeah.
weekend.
I mean, I do have a big bathtub though.
Man, I don't, so we're going to have to go to your place.
From executives Keven Undergaro, Derrial Christon, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio, Instagram at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.